Morning, everybody. Welcome to another session of our soft skills series. Yes, we all know that the world is changing, and we need to try to do our best in everything we do, basically. And our soft skills series catches up on 21st century life skills that would help your careers, businesses, and life in general. So today we'll be talking about mindsets and attitudes with Amina Suleiman. Amina is an entrepreneur. She's a self-taught graphic designer with a background in information technology. She's very passionate about finding solutions and helping people achieve their goals, both personally and professionally. So, Amina, the floor is yours. Welcome to this session, and yes, you can start.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you very much, Amira, for the introduction. And I'm really happy to be here. So, like she said, today we're going to be talking about mindsets. Your mindset truly becomes your biggest asset when working in a position that involves sales and building relationships. If you're struggling to create the results you want in your life, it can most likely be linked to your current mindset. And if you can change your mindset, you will change your attitude and you will change your results. So before we get into any other thing, I would like to share a story. This happened many years ago in ancient China. You know how it is during that time, people are always going to war, empires are always trying to conquer one another. So town A is trying to conquer town B. And town B has 100 soldiers. Town A has 150,000 troops. So you already know that is not a good situation. Town B is already going to lose. Nothing is in their favor. People were panicking. People were saying we should give up. We're done for, etc. So people in town A were very confident because they had 150,000 people. Oh, hello, everyone. Before I continue, please, could you take the time to take this poll? Okay, all right.
So, Amina, the poll, I didn't see anything on the poll. It just gave a blank page. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Like, can anybody see the poll? People are already answering it. It should pop up on your screen.
Okay, I've seen it.
Okay. So I'll give like a minute so people
Yeah,
can.
we've ended the pool. You can continue.
Oh, okay. All right. So moving on. People from town A were very confident that they would conquer town B because they had way more troops. They were very confident that they would win that war. And then people in town B were panicking. And then there was this general that came and said, you know what? There's no need to panic. I have a plan. And everybody looked at it. It was crazy. This is a hopeless situation. They said, there's no way we can win this. We should just give up. We should surrender. And then he said, don't worry, I have a plan. So they were like, okay, why not? We're going to lose either way, so we have nothing to lose. Let's try it. And the general says, let's take down all the flags in the city. Let's throw the city gates wide open. And he got a chair, sat on top of the wall, and asked everybody to hide or evacuate the city. And then town A came to attack. And when they came upon the city, it was quiet. And the general in town B was sitting down on the wall, playing a flute and smoking his pipe. So the people from town A were freaked out. They were like, what's going on? This isn't normal. People should be freaking out. They should be in a state of panic. So why are they so calm? And they said, this is a trap, and gave up and left. That's essentially how a town with less than 100 soldiers defeated a town with 150,000 soldiers. That's just to show you the power of having a very positive mindset, a very strong mindset, a good mindset. Yeah. So mindset, the word mindset was first used in the 1930s to mean habits formed of habits of mind formed over time by previous experiences. In simple terms, mindsets are deeply held beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions we create about who we are and how the world works. It is an important aspect of every part of our life because it affects how we see the world, what we do, what we decide, how we think, how we interact with people. So it is very critical in helping you scale in whatever direction you want to be, whether you're an entrepreneur in your career or anything else. A positive mindset is a very strong asset. And although a person's mindset weighs heavily on their attitude, there's a clear difference between the two, and we'll look at that later. Individuals' mindsets form their habits of thinking. So it forms how you think, what you do, how you react to things like that. Right, so when we say a positive mindset, we usually mean somebody. All right, so let me take a book out of Othman's session from last 2 weeks. Who here thinks they have a positive mindset? If you think you have a positive mindset, leave 1 in the comments in the chat box. And if you think you have a negative mindset, leave 2 in the chat box, please. So a lot of people seem to think they have a positive mindset. And I understand why you think that. But usually having a positive mindset, it's not just about smiling and being cheerful. It is much, much deeper than that. It is a deeply held belief. It is a deeply held belief about the positive perception of life, the firm belief that the world is good and that anything is possible. You believe anything is possible. So it's not just about you smiling at everyone, being cheerful. That's just you being happy. It doesn't necessarily mean you have a positive mindset. Having a positive mindset is how you see the world. If you think anything is possible. If you worry you don't have a positive mindset, though, building one is very easy. You could just start by genuine gratitude every single day, saying things like, I'm very grateful for waking up today. I'm glad I have food on the table. I'm glad I have family and friends that love me. I'm glad I have a good career. I'm glad I'm working in a field that I like. So with a positive mindset, a person will always be solution focused. They're always looking for what is the way out? What is the silver lining? What can we do to leverage this? What can we do to make this a win for us, even if the situation looks hopeless? And with a positive mindset, an individual always looks for opportunities in every difficulty. They even accept that their business partners and them do not have the same thought processes. They're different people, and they work together to find the best solution for each other. A perfect example would be Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. They could not be very different from one another. One person is a techie and the other person is a business person. They approach things very differently. So they'll always look to keep a balance between them and their business partners. And while a person with a negative mindset cannot differentiate between what is right and I am right, they will always look to have my way or the highway. You will hear them say things like, it's not possible. That's not how we do things. This is the way. And I'm sure you've heard this before, especially here in Nigeria. You have all those older people. Whenever you tell them, you bring them a way that's way easier and simpler, they'll tell you, no, that's not how we do things. Even though it would make it more effective, it will make it faster, it will make it more efficient, less time consuming, cheaper, even probably. But they would always tell you no. So a person with a negative mindset will always cause more violent reactions that calm positive responses, which hinders productivity and results. So now we take a look at attitude. An attitude basically is the choice in the way you perceive whatever is going on. You have the power to choose whether you think the glass is half full or half empty. So the people that usually think the glass is half full are the optimists. They're always trying to see the good in a situation. And the people that think the glass is half empty are what we call pessimists. They're always trying to say, they never try to see the good in a situation. All they see is the bad. So in your attitude, whenever you have something like a stimulus, there's a space between your stimulus and your response. And that space is where you decide how your attitude is. So an attitude and mindset play off one another. However, an attitude is a person's view of a situation, person, place, or thing. It can be affected by external circumstances more easily than a mindset. The easiest way to understand the difference between the two is, the difference between mindset and attitude is the way of thinking, and it's usually something that can be witnessed or done. So for example, while you're walking on the street, you see a stranger and you smile at them, or you take criticism in a positive way. That is the difference between an attitude and a mindset. So why does a positive attitude have, what does a positive attitude have to do with the workplace, you may ask? Well, having a positive attitude in the workplace won't necessarily make you better at your job, but it will improve the way people view you as a person, so they may be more inclined to help you succeed and cheer you. A positive attitude is important for many reasons, but one of the main reasons for having a positive attitude in the workplace is because it can rub off on everyone else. You can exude positivity. You know, sometimes you see some people in the workplace, they're not the best at their jobs, but people like hanging out with them. People like helping them. Whenever they come to look for help, people are always excited because they can feel the positive energy coming from them, because they know they're solution focused. They're not people that would drag them down with the negativity. You know, those kind of people that are always nagging. You can never do anything right for them. And so people don't really like people with negative mindsets and attitudes. So there are essentially two types of mindsets. We've got people with the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. The people with the fixed mindset, they avoid challenges, first of all. Whenever they perceive something to be difficult, they just give up. They don't try. They give up very, very easily. Whenever something doesn't go their way, they run away from it. And they see effort as fruitless or worse, because they've tried something once, they decide, this is not my thing. What is going to happen if I try again? I'm just going to fail. They will not see the silver lining, and they will not see that whenever they put in more effort, they get better at something. They will not see that all they see is that they fail the first time, so they don't try again. And experts have found out that even though some people may be born with natural gifts, for example, playing a violin, or maybe they're good at sports when they're kids, they don't really improve if they don't keep on practicing. This is why you have football camps in schools like that, or mostly all the best, just practice. Anybody you know that has a mastery in anything has taken the time and energy to keep practicing. They put in the effort so they can see better results. And people with fixed mindset, they ignore negative, useful feedback. Whenever you try to tell them something about something they've done, it could be their work or their attitude or anything else, anywhere that they can improve, they take it personally and they just start to attack you. Whenever you tell them something they should have done right, they just lose it. They become rude. They essentially bring a gun to not even a fight. It's not even a fight. And they feel threatened by the success of others. Whenever they see somebody else succeeding in a field that is similar to them, or not even in a field similar, whenever they see somebody succeeding, they feel like it's an attack on their person. They feel jealous. They just think, why couldn't this be me? It could have been me. So, and we've got other people with the growth mindset. Those are people you can see have the positive mindset. They embrace challenges. People that with a growth mindset like to have challenges because they know that it is what makes them grow. It is what makes them better people. And they are persistent. In the face of adversity or when they fail, they try and try and try again until they achieve their goals. And then they see effort as a path to mastery. They know that whenever they keep trying, they put in the work, they put in the time, they would become masters at their own craft. And they learn from criticism. These people encourage feedback. They encourage constructive criticism, because they know that when people tell them what they did wrong, that's how they learn, they grow, and they become better people. And they find lessons and inspiration on others. When they see other people succeed, they try to understand the kind of mistakes they made, how they got there, so they can learn from it instead of being jealous about it. They're happy for them. Whenever they see people succeed, they're really happy for them. And so people with a growth mindset are able to achieve results up to 3 times better than people with a fixed mindset. And that gap widens over time because people with a growth mindset keep growing, they keep becoming better than they are, while the people with a fixed mindset are like this. So it's important when you're talking about mindsets and attitudes to understand what kind of personality you have, so you're better able to lead yourself and others. There are different types of personality tests you can take online, but the most popular ones are the DISC profile and the Myers-Briggs 16 personality test. The Myers-Briggs 16 personality test is more detailed, so I've left a link in the slide for anybody who wants to check it out. Wait, who here has taken the Myers-Briggs personality test? Who has ever heard about it? Let me know in the chat box, please. And if you want to share your personality type. All right, so the DISC profile was, oh, hi. Hafi said he's taking one. Do you want to let us know what you don't want to share? Okay, that's fine. Me too, I was not going to share my own personality type. Oh, really? The Myers-Briggs personality test, Amma said he's never heard about it. It is a very, very popular personality type that people use. So you could be, okay. You could have 16 different personality types, and in each of them, there are 4 categories, and in each 4 categories, there are 4 people, 4 personality types. So you can just check it out later on and find out what kind of person you are. And another shorter one, more precise one, is the DISC personality type. The DISC personality type is an acronym that stands for the 4 main behavioral types outlined in the DISC model of personalities. The D stands for dominance, I stands for influential, S stands for steadiness, and do not laugh at me, I don't know how to pronounce this word. It's conscientiousness. If you have a dominant personality type, that you're usually more concerned with accomplishing results and seeing the big picture. You are confident, sometimes blunt, outspoken, and demanding. And the people with the influential personality type have an emphasis on influencing or persuading others. They tend to be enthusiastic, optimistic, open, trusting, and energetic. And the people with the steadiness personality type put an emphasis on cooperation, sincerity, loyalty, dependability. They tend to have a calm, deliberate disposition, and they don't like to be rushed. They want to take their time because they're steady. And people with the conscientious personality type, they put an emphasis on quality and accuracy, expertise, and competency. They enjoy their independence and demand the details and often bear wrong. These people want the tiny, gritty details. They want the fine prints. They want to know what's going on because they want to be precise. All right, so it is important to know your personality type, because if you know your personality type, you're able to improve your mindset. You're able to work around your weaknesses and you find out what your strengths are, so you can leverage on them. And it is important to know your personality type to work on yourself so you can lead yourself better. You're only able to lead others if you know how to lead yourself. So everybody has the capacity to change their mindset. Everybody has the capacity to change their mindset, but you just need to put in the effort and the work. So for example, I know what my mindset is, but I know what kind of personality I have, sorry, but like I've said, I'm not sharing, I'm keeping my own to myself. But and you know your personality type, you're able to know what motivates you and what stresses you out. So if you find out what motivates you, you're able to put out more productive results. For example, the thing that stresses me out the most, I know the kind of people I don't like working out with, the kind of people I don't like working with are the people that focus on the details, the people that never get straight to the point. You know, they will tell you introduction, how this started, where we're going, and things like that. Me personally, I prefer to just be told the bottom line, the action points, the bullet points, what are we going to do, the deliverables, what do you want done, when are we doing it, and that's all. And then I will get onto it. But if you come and give me something very vague and bombard me with a lot of information, sorry, it will take me a lot of time to get to that. So I know that's one of my weaknesses, and it's something I try to work on every time I'm on a project. I try to take my time to understand all the big picture things that I don't want to see. I don't want to talk about because I find it boring. And another thing that motivates me usually is when I have, like I said, when I have the bottom line. That is very motivating for me when I know how to when to deliver stuff and what to do. All right, so I think this is a good time to go for our breakout sessions so we can interact with one another and take a quiz to find out what kind of mindset we have.
Okay, I mean, just one moment. In just 2 minutes, we'll be in our breakout.
All right, no problem.
Go ahead and share what the activity is going to be in the breakout while we get the breakouts ready.
All right. Where is this? All right, so before we get the breakout rooms ready, hi Mohammed, welcome.
Okay, so our rooms are ready. We'll join the breakouts in a few seconds.
Rabi, any take? Adamu?
Hello, yes.
Hi. So I want to know what motivates you.
what motivates me in doing whatever I'm doing is the end result, like what I would get after successfully finishing what I'm really doing.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead and unmute yourselves. We are going to have a conversation. It's a conversation for the next 10 to 15 minutes. That will be our breakout activity. Hello, welcome back, everyone. So we'll just give a few seconds for everyone to come back from their breakout and we continue from there. Meanwhile, you can use the chat box to tell us, one thing you gained or learned from the breakout. You can use the chat box, please. Just one thing, maybe about things that motivate people or, stresses, like things that stress other people that you didn't even know are stresses, or, what your mindset is. I would love to hear out of that. Amina, welcome back.
Thank you very much. I was enjoying the breakout session, and I just
yes. I enjoyed my breakout too. Wonderful discussions, and
Yeah. So hi everyone, welcome back.
Hello, Amina.
Hi. All right, so is everyone back? Should we continue?
Yes, you can continue.
All right. I had a very interesting conversation with my breakout room. So a couple of things that they pointed out was a question they asked me that I feel like everybody should know. This is, do you mean, how do you change people with a negative mindset? And somebody asked, does that mean you're born with a negative mindset? And I say no, because mindset is something you develop over time based on your environment, the people you interact with. So it's not something you're born with. And Temi said, she gave a perfect example, and she said, it's just like children. When they're born, they don't care what color you are. They play with you, they talk to you, and they just try to interact with you no matter what. They don't care what color you are, but they learn racism from their parents. They see how their parents react to some certain people of color or their tribe or their ethnicity or their religion. And that's how they learn not to like people. So a mindset is not something you're born with, it's something you decide, it's a choice. So for example, if you're growing up and people are bullying you, you can decide, oh, I'm going to be mean to everybody else because people were mean to me. But you can decide, people were mean to me and I didn't like it, so I will be nice to everyone. So you can see how a mindset forms. It's based on your experiences. You cannot change somebody that doesn't want to be changed. So it has to be a choice for them. Hold on, am I sharing my screen?
No, you're not.
No.
Oh, okay. Let me do that so we can carry on. All right. Let's go. Why does having a positive or negative mindset matter? By now, I know you already get the gist, but just to wrap it up, just to, buttress the point again. A positive mindset is the means on which you will cultivate results. It is a positive attitude, therefore it produces positive results such as respect, love, understanding, success, etc. And the same can be said about negative thoughts. They would produce misunderstanding, anger, resentment, etc. And the consequences of having negative mindset is that individuals with such a mindset are arrogant and they will only make enemies. Nobody wants to work with them. So for example, if you've got a job and you have two people, say for example, you want to get a flyer designer and you have two graphics designers and they tell you they're all of the same skill, they can do the same job. But the first graphic designer has a very sour attitude. They will be rude to you. When you tell them you don't like something on the flyer, they might tell you that they will not change it. This is how they do it, and it's perfect. While the second one takes constructive criticism and they put your needs in consideration. You like talking to them. Whenever you talk to them, you don't feel like you don't feel apprehensive. So of course you're going to go with the second graphic designer because their attitude is more positive. And People with a negative attitude, they will have a difficulty in getting clients, partners. They will have difficulty in forming meaningful relationships and maintaining employees. So all they will be recording is loss upon loss upon loss. So in essence, it is not what matters to you, but how you react to it that matters. Sorry, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So like I said, it is a choice in how you react that makes up your mindset. What you decide is important and things like that. So the lessons we learned today, positive thinking has been proven to help problem solving. If you're a person with a positive mindset, you will always be solution focused. You will always look for the solution. And if you positive thinkers usually have more energy because they know it's something they can do. They're always looking for ways to improve. They have the zeal, the energy to just build more solutions, and it builds resilience. It makes you a hardened person, and it makes you to be more persistent. It makes you to be able to withstand more things. So you work better under pressure because you're positive. At the end of the day, you're going to have good results. And positive thinking improves decision making. But of course, like with everything else, you can't just sit down and daydream and say things like, oh, I think this will turn out really well. I think this would be a great idea and things like that. It's nothing if you just think positively without acting on it. You have to act positively as well. So a positive action reinforces a positive mindset. So definitely, this is why you hear a lot of people say these days, you need to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because sometimes what you learn in life is not all that matters. It's not everything that breeds a positive mindset. You need to be able to grow every single day to have a positive mindset and achieve the best results that you're able to. Thank you very much. I think this is the end of our presentation. Aisha, if we have anybody with questions, please, you can put it forward in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you so much, Amina, for that wonderful presentation. I'm sure lots of us have learned a lot. Me personally, I have learned of different types of mindsets, your attitudes, and all of that. And we're very much grateful for this wonderful presentation. So, do we have any questions? Any questions from anybody before we continue? Let's just give a few seconds for that. Okay. Okay. So I don't think anyone has questions.
Please, if you have any question, you can go ahead and either type it in the text box, so you can raise your hand. We'll unmute you from the back.
Hassan is asking any giveaway. What do you want to give us, Hassan? You should come and do the giveaway.
Yeah, I think Hassan should do the giveaway. Okay, so I don't think anyone has questions. Your presentation was lovely, pretty straightforward, and then people get to understand, like, very, very definite, which is good. So I'm sure everyone would like to know what kind of personality they have. For me, I would want to know. Yeah, from the mindset, my results was being very uncertain. So yeah, it makes me feel like I'm very indifferent towards life. So yeah, I would like to know my kind of personality as well. So yeah, thank you once again, everybody, for joining this session. And yes, I hope you do have a wonderful day, and we'll look forward to seeing you in more of our soft skills.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions or concerns, or if you need anything else, I will drop my email in the chat box so you are able to reach me at any time.
All right. Ahmed, do you have anything to add, or we could just wrap up?
I think that's just it.
All right, then have a lovely day, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.